Thank you all for joining us this afternoon. My name is Marty Johannes, and I am the Careers and Finance Librarian for the Johnson County Library. And I thank you all for joining us today to hear more about the Women's Employment Network. Our presenter is Kim Barnes. Kim has been a professional social worker for 19 years with a primary focus on women and families. She's been with the Women's Employment Network for 2.5 years, first as a case manager for income supports and currently as the community engagement coordinator. She's a mother of three and loves being outdoors and loves gardening. So she's looking forward to warm weather. Um, Feel free to participate in the discussion by using the chat to add your questions and your comments. I'll monitor the chat and let Kim know when someone has a question. And now I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Kim Barnes. Kim,
Thank
take it
you.
away.
Thank you, Marty. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I'm so excited you're here. Like she mentioned, I'm Kim Barnes with Women's Employment Network. I'm the Community Engagement Coordinator. So this afternoon, I'm going to tell you a little bit about our program, about the services we offer, and how to contact us if you're interested in really kind of getting some one-on-one help and getting more involved with our services. Like Marty mentioned, if you have any questions, just pop them in the chat box. We'll go ahead and answer them. So I'm going to go ahead and start with our overview today. So talking about what is Women's Employment Network, a lot of people are like, are you an employment agency? Kind of what do you do? We are a Kansas City-based nonprofit. We were started 35 years ago by two women who had saw a 60-minute special. And originally when we started, it was a lot of kind of a welfare to work program. We have evolved into kind of a work readiness program. And what we do is we have a holistic approach to the job search market. And it's for women. There's no income or residency requirement. You can be any place in the Kansas City metro area. If you want to come in when we were having classes in person, it was as long as you can get here, we will work with you. There's no income requirement. We are, because we're a nonprofit, everything is funded by grant. So there's no charge for any of our services, and you don't have to be of a certain income level. What we do is we partner with you. We like to say we meet you where you are. So we partner with you wherever you are on that journey. If you have been home for a while and you're like, I think I want to go back to work, but I'm not sure, we help you explore that in different ways. If you've been doing something for a couple of years and you're like, I want to do something different, we help you with that as well. So we really meet you. We are client-centered. We meet you where you are and we go at your pace. We are also part of an organization called 1KC for Women, and that includes several other entities in the Kansas City metro area that assist women. There's the Women's Business Center. If you're an entrepreneur, you are looking to start a business, that is where you would need to go. We also have entrepreneurship videos and workshops with us. There's the Women's Capital Connection to help those entrepreneurs start with capital to start their business. And there's also the Women's Led Initiative. So that's kind of who we are. And what do we offer? Some of the things that we offer, like I said, it's a holistic approach to kind of just wrap around all the things that we have found that women need when they're looking at that job search journey. We offer employment assistance because we are Women's Employment Network. We offer professional development, financial coaching and education, personal development, and it's a resources, support, and education on that journey. So we'll look a little bit more into those areas, what we offer in those areas, and some of the offerings in there. So employment assistance, that's what we started on. That's one of our continued main focuses. And these are the ways that we can help you with that. If you need your resume review, let's say you worked a couple of years ago and you don't know if it's current, or you want to apply for a different type job, and how do I get those transferable skills? Like I might have been the PTA president and the block neighborhood association president. How do I get those leadership skills now on my resume because I want to do something different? So we offer resume reviews. I will update it and assistance for that. And you can do it a couple of ways. You can do it one-on-one appointments here in the office with a staff member. Also, we have what we call virtual workshops. Those workshops that we offer them monthly. You can find them on our Eventbrite page. You can find them on our website, which I will give you at the end of the presentation. We have salary negotiations because you got to know what you need to make, and you need to be able to feel confident and comfortable asking for that. We have interviewing one-on-one. A new style of interviewing, not really new, but a style of interviewing that's really popular now is behavioral interviewing. We have a whole workshop on that. We also offer what we call mock interviews. A mock interview is where you work one-on-one with a volunteer or a WIN staff member. Our volunteers are HR professionals throughout the city. And you say, I want a mock interview. Maybe you're worried about your interviewing skills. You send us the type of job you would want to be interviewing for. You have a one-on-one session with a mock interviewer. You do a standard interview. And the unique part about that is after the interview, you get feedback. You will get some feedback from the interviewer, the person who interviewed you. So they will tell you things that you might need to change, things you might need to work on. So that's going to be the mock interview process. And like I said, we are doing it a couple of ways because everybody has different comfort levels right now. So if you're comfortable virtually, what you would do is we sign you on a Zoom workshop. You would work one-on-one in a Zoom room. It would be just you and the interviewer. So you're not being watched by a lot of people. So that is a one-on-one. Or if you're comfortable and want to come into the office, you would work one-on-one with the volunteer or the staff member. When we say we have individual career exploration, someone on our staff from the employment side sits down and talks to you, and they will say, I'm not picking on you, Dixie, but I see your name is right under mine. They'll say, Dixie, okay, what do you want to do now? You've been doing X. Is that what you really want to continue, or do you want to do something different? And if you say, I really want to do something different, we have career assessments that we will have you fill out, kind of see what your specific skill set is. We can explore like, well, okay, you've been doing, so for me, I've been doing social work and I've been talking, teaching classes to clients. So let's say I had that experience. So, okay, the career exploration would say, Kim, now you want to do outreach. This is just kind of a shift. Let's highlight those skills that you used in those previous jobs and target how to get the new jobs. We would do career planning. Career planning means that sometimes you are trying to make a large step and you've got to have a career in the middle. You've got to have a job in the middle, some intermediate steps. So we help with that. Job assistance. We are Women's Employment Network. Tanya Bomar, our Director of Employment, has agencies and companies throughout the city that send her job listings every day. Tanya, once you've worked with us, if we have your resume on file as a WIN client, she would go through and say, you know what, this job is for, let's just say an office manager and a benefits coordinator. And then she would say, well, Jane who went through and Sarah and Karen all fit this profile. So she would email those clients and say, hey, can I forward your resume to this person? Or she would email or call you and say, hey, this is a job that's open. This is how to apply for that. So that's the way our job assistance works. And then we also have job fairs because we know that individuals are looking for job fairs, looking for jobs. Job fairs are one of our things that is open to the general public. So it is also open to men. But we have 3 job fairs coming up. We have a job fair February 23rd that is virtual. We have another virtual job fair March 23rd. And then we will go back to our large in-person job fairs in May. And those are the employers throughout the Kansas City metro area that have openings right now. So we have those job fairs. And before that, we really try to make sure that our clients are ready. We do mock interviews before those if we can. We make sure that you have the best resume going forward. So we really try to make sure that our participants are ready for those job fairs.
Kim,
okay. Yes.
One question, is there a dedicated newsletter related to the WIN that people can sign up for?
We do have newsletter that goes out. You can go to our website, which is www.kcwen.org. There is a newsletter that goes out. It would talk about our upcoming career fairs. It also talks about things such as our luncheon, any fundraising we have. So there is a newsletter that goes out through Constant Contact, and you can go to our website and sign up for that newsletter.
Wonderful. Thanks.
Great question. The second way that we're able to help you is our professional development. We understand that people, maybe they are working and they need to kind of change or they need to improve their professional image. We do that a couple of ways. There's our virtual workshops. And then some of the workshops we have along that topic of professional development is connecting to opportunities with LinkedIn. LinkedIn has become more and more important in the job search, and to have that professional image that is public facing. It's similar to Facebook, but it's for employment and business. So we have a whole workshop on connecting to opportunities with LinkedIn. Personal branding and networking. That is, why are you doing what you do? How do you brand yourself when you go to interviews? How do you talk to people about looking for the type of jobs you're looking for? We have leadership and management. We have managing conflict in the workplace. And we have other career and professional development workshops that are going to be listed on our webpage, which is that www.kcwen.org. We also have individual career coaching, where you would work one-on-one with our employment specialist, and it would say, okay, you maybe need to learn this skill. Let's see what we can find to refer you to that. Okay, you need to work on, if you're going to a different type of career industry, this is the kind of clothing they wear. So we do individualized career coaching to get you where you're trying to go, to make sure that you go there and that you're successful when you get there. Not just you get the job, but that you're successful while you're on the job, which is why we developed that managing conflict in the workplace. Then, like I mentioned before, we also have career assessments to kind of see what your personality is, what jobs would be good for you, and what you would be comfortable and succeed at. Next, we have financial coaching and education. Once you get a job, or if you're in the middle of jobs or you become an entrepreneur, knowing what money you have and how your money is going to work for you becomes more and more important. So in that financial education and coaching field, we have a couple of ways to do that. And like I said, all of our services are free because they are covered by grants. So we have individual financial coaching. That is where you would sign up with our financial coach, LaToya Woods. There's paperwork of confidentiality that you fill out, and she would really take a good one-on-one look with you, like, okay, this is your current budget. Are you falling short? Do you have savings? If you have savings, are you utilizing those correctly? She would be able to assist you with looking at your credit score, monitoring your credit score, making sure no one has stolen your identity, making sure that when you look at those reports, that the things that are on there actually belong to you. There are companies that charge you to dispute things on your credit report. She has a file of templates and letters that she works individually with you. So if there's something on your credit report that's not quite what it should be, then she helps you get that off. Because now we notice that some employers are starting to look at your credit scores, your credit disputes. And like, all that is because we are monitored by FICO and TransUnion. All of those things are confidential. There's certain paperwork that you fill out for that, but all those services are free, and they can be done in our office, or she can also do that through Zoom. And then LaToya has a way of texting people and sending things through DocuSign. So all of that can be done, whatever your comfort level is coming in. But we also present some workshops on that virtually. That's going to be our personal budgeting workshop. It's one of our most popular because she really takes a look at how to start your personal budget, how to be successful and make whatever you are working with now work for you. And then when you get more, how to make it work better. She has workshops on understanding your credit, because what your credit is saying about you to potential employers, to places that you're applying to possibly live in, apartments or housing, it's really important to understand that. One of her new workshops is avoiding identity theft. And if your identity is stolen, how to work with that, because that's something that's becoming more and more prevalent. And we wanted to make sure that our participants are really educated on that and able to kind of protect themselves and know what to do and how to avoid scams and things like that. Do we have any questions before I go to the next section? Okay. The next portion that we really work on, like I said, holistically around the whole person, is going to be your personal development. And that can be a lot of different things, but some of the things that we really try to focus on is going to be goal setting and time management, because it's really important to, like, okay, if my goal is to go to this next position, or if my goal is to scale back and now work part-time, what is that goal? How do you meet that goal? How do you work toward that? And then time management, because that works for you throughout your life. It can work for you on your personal side, whether you are managing family members or managing the time of a business, or it can work for you as your employee as well. Some of the virtual workshops we have around personal development are going to be ones like silencing your inner critic. We noticed when we were working with women throughout the 35 years is that women can kind of beat up themselves in their head. They will see a job and say, oh, well, it's got 8 qualifications. I've only got 6. I shouldn't apply. Or, well, I know that I make less than everybody here, but I don't know how to ask for a raise. So we talk about silencing that inner critic, making that critic be quiet, ways to do that successfully. We also have workshops on stress management, because if you're stressed about home life, then you're not going to be able to work well. If you're stressed about work, your home life is not going to be balanced. So we have stress management workshops. We have one on facing your fears and winning your inner game. That is like, well, okay, what am I afraid of? Am I really afraid to apply for those management positions? Am I afraid to apply for those forward-facing jobs? Okay, well, if I really want this, how do I face that fear? How do I win that? We have some on resilience, because we've noticed, especially during the last couple of years, that life can kind of come at you hard and kind of come at you fast. So how are you able to kind of be resilient, to stand steady during that? Also, we can do income support screenings. If your income while you're working one-on-one with someone, if you feel like, I just don't have enough money at the end of the month, what do I do? We can work through like how to apply for income supports. That's going to be things like food stamps, how to find food banks. We can give you referrals and assistance for that, how to find that help that you need to kind of get you over whatever obstacle you have right now. So those are the ways that we can work on your personal development while you are a client or a participant in our program.
No questions yet. Keep going, Kim.
Okay. If we talk about support and resources that we have and that we offer you, that's going to be individualized support. We do everything on an individual basis. We know that life is not cookie cutter. We know that our participants are not cookie cutter. So we're able to support you where you are and how you need to be supported. So that individual support can look different from person to person. That can be someone who comes in and says, well, I really only want a resume. I don't need to go through the personal development part. My finances are fine. I just want a resume. We can work with you that way. We can work with you if you say, I need to go through the whole program because 2020, 2021, it was just kind of a mess. My personal support system is gone. My inner critic, I'm feeling very self-critical of myself. I want to go through the whole program. We can work with you there. Depending upon your level of comfort, you can meet with us in person in the office. There are a couple of guidelines that we would ask that you follow when you come into the office, or you can meet with a staff member virtually. So I will give you our contact information. You can say, I want to have a Zoom meeting with someone to kind of explore what you offer, or I want to come in and have somebody just really work with me on computers, because we have a whole computer lab. So if you're wanting to type your resume out and get some support right there, we can also come in with certain guidelines and use that computer lab and really work through like some of your job search. Our job search people will sit down with you and say, okay, well, instead of getting on this website, let's maybe think about this in different ways to apply. So we have individualized support, and it can be in person or it can be virtual. Like I mentioned earlier, mock interviews. Those are so important because that interview process can be very intimidating. If you've gone on more than one, you can start to feel like, oh my God, what's going on? Why am I not getting this? So we can do mock interviews to get you where you're comfortable, where you're ready to go out there, shine, show your skills, your resources, and present that best version of yourself. We'll give you feedback on that. So, you have maybe a habit of not looking at the interviewer. They like you to look at them in the eye. And we'll talk even about virtual interviews, like don't look, if you're going to interview in your car, how to make a background on Zoom. So we can talk about all of that stuff for mock interviewing. And we also do benefit screening and assistance to help you understand that application process for benefits. It can be very daunting if you've worked and you lost your job and you're like, I don't even understand what this application is asking me. Someone can help you with that. So we kind of meet you one-on-one and help you with whatever resources that you need. We can refer you to different resources to make sure that you are as ready as you can be. We also have job leads, like I mentioned before. If you are working with a WIN employment specialist and we have your resume and we know that you're looking for a job as an account manager, but you only want to work part-time, when that part-time account management position comes open to us, we're going to tell you about it. We have our virtual and in-person job fairs. I mentioned in the employment piece, excuse me, we have 3 of those coming up. We usually have about 4 throughout the year. Those are really a time where we invite the employers in the Kansas City metro area that have openings to come and talk to participants. And so you're able to participate in any of those job fairs. We never charge you. We make sure that your resume is ready to go and that you are able to apply for that. And then we have ongoing support. One of the sayings around our office is once a win client, you are always a win client. We have an alumni association if you're interested in networking with other women who have been through that process. If let's just say you come through WIN, you find a job and you've been there a while, our employment specialist, Tanya, always says, never stop looking. When what she means by that is, if you're a WIN client and you're in a job and you've been there for a year, if something comes up better and Tanya remembers your resume, she might call and say, hey, now, I'm going to use Mickey's name because that's somebody else. I already picked on Dixie earlier. She'll say, now, Mickey, I know you're working here and I know you like it, but this job really fits you. It's the next step up and it has a better salary. Are you interested? So you have ongoing support once you come through WIN. If you are a WIN client and you're working and you choose to leave that job for whatever reason, we don't close your file. You can call and say, hey, I was working with you guys. I left the job. I need to work with you more closely again. So you can be gone a year and then email us and say, you know what, I need to come back in and get my resume updated. And we're able to help you that way as well. Were there any questions? I saw the chat box changing. Okay.
Yeah, just a couple of comments. No words could begin to explain how amazing it is to find you all.
Well, I'm glad you found us.
And this gives me hope, great information.
I'm glad. Well, that's the purpose of today is we really want to be able to connect with you all. And we feel like we're kind of one of the best hidden gems in Kansas City as far as helping women to get some of the resources they need and to be successful and thrive in their career. So we really want to connect with you. So I'm going to talk to you about how you can connect with us. Our website is www.kcwen.org/home. So when we talk about our website, that's going to have all of our upcoming workshops. So if you think, you know what, my inner critic is not letting me accomplish what I need to do, let me just check out one workshop. You can go to that website on that event tab and it'll list all the upcoming workshops. And I'm the one who lists the workshops. So I am adding workshops, probably 1 or 2 a week that'll kind of go throughout the next couple of months. So if you don't see something now, keep checking back because you will be able to see those workshops. We also put them on our Facebook page, which is just Women's Employment Network on Facebook. So I encourage you to connect with us there. When you're on our website as well, if you get on and you think, I really want to talk to that financial coach, you can go on financial coaching, you can fill out a form. And because my coworker LaToya is very tech savvy, she has the company phone and she'll get a text that says, hey, you have someone interested in financial coaching. And she will be able to contact you that way and work with you. You can contact us and it's going to go to the right staff member. If you're just saying, I need employment, but I don't know where to start, it's going to go to Tanya or Jennifer. If you say, I need navigation, I'm not really sure where to start, I just don't need to start, that's going to go to Miss Lynette. She's going to call you, she's going to talk to you, she's going to say, okay, let's do an assessment. She's going to get those assessments, go over it with you and say, well, I recommend these classes. I recommend you talk to this staff member. So that's the best way to connect with WIN. Because those information sheets, those contact forms will come straight to a staff member. Or you can email me. I'm kbarnes@kcwen.org. You can shoot me an email and say, hey, I was in that library program. Even if it's next month, and I've got some questions, shoot me an email. We can make an appointment, we can talk about it, and I can tell you which staff member is going to be best able to help you. Also, you can reach me by phone at 816-595-2391. So if you're having questions, it's a great time to ask them. I'm used to all kinds of questions, and we just really hope that we can get you connected. So if you're actually looking or if you think, I might look later, that we're able to kind of help you get connected to that resources, those education, and that's stuff that you need to kind of go and search.
Okay, Kim, we have a question.
Okay.
Is there a step-by-step process to utilize all of the features or a sequential order to take the program in?
There is a sequential order, but because we meet people where they are and because we're able to do it virtually, you can start at any point because we will start again, hopefully in second quarter, having a class that where you meet here in the office and that goes through step by step. But we understand that like right now, virtually, a lot of people are like, well, I couldn't actually start on the first of the month. I need to start on the 15th. So I'm going to see what workshops are on the 15th. And those workshops will roll back around. The majority of our workshops are ongoing, they're reoccurring. So if you start in the middle of the month, you would just go through the next month and find those at the beginning of the month. And you can start to work one-on-one with a staff member at any point that you're ready. If you have gone to a workshop and you think, okay, I need to contact them, I want to work with somebody, then you just contact us and somebody will give you a call or an email. If you decide, I don't really want to watch virtual classes, I want to come in and meet with somebody, then you send us an email and we get you started. Natalie, I see your hands up. Do you have a question?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I turned the video on because I didn't know if that would help. So I just went to the website and right there in the middle, it says enter your phone number or email address to schedule a call. Is that the best way if I to just talk with somebody about how I have a resume, what I'm trying to transition to? I've put so much work into my career transition to see what y'all think would be the best step.
Yep, you can put it right there in that contact thing, and it's going to go to Lynette Williams, our Vice President of Services, and she's going to get it. She's going to contact you. Make sure to put a phone number in there so she can call you, and she'll say, "Hey, okay, I got your web contact. Let's talk about where you're trying to go." She'll ask you some questions like, "Okay." So yeah, that's a great way to just get started.
What about somebody to start with resume, to just like to review a resume that I've been working on, the ATS friendly and
okay. When you put in that contact us, if you put resume review, then she's going to forward that part and you can attach your resume then, or she'll tell you who to send it to. And then that'll start that resume review. If you've got paper, I can tell you who to send it to, your resume to.
Sure.
It is J as in jump, B as in apple, B as in boy, A as in apple, K as in Kim, E as in Edward, R as in Robert. So J Baker at kcwen.org. That's Jennifer, our employment specialist. And you can send her your resume, say I was on a call with the library and I need some resume assistance. And she can start working with you just right away.
Okay, thank you so much, you all. I'm after talking to career coaches and people want, this is amazing. Thank you very much.
Well, I'm so glad that you were able to connect with us today, and I look forward to working with you.
Thank you very much.
Any more questions? Okay. Well, I know sometimes like it was a lot of information to me. It seemed like I gave a lot of information. And if it seems like it's just too much and it's like, okay, I think I need to do something, but I'm not sure, just jot down my email. So when you decide, you know what, I want to explore some stuff, you can send us an email or go to the website and just drop into a workshop. Look at the workshop titles, look at what you think might be of interest to you, drop in a workshop. You can kind of then see kind of the format of how things go. And then once you're in those, you can just say, okay, I went to a workshop, I have more questions. We're really easy to connect with. We know that it's an intimidating process to be in that job search journey or to think that you're going to change careers. So we want to take the intimidation out and give you a partner, someone to really work with you as you work through the process.
Okay. Any other questions?
Well, I thank everybody for coming. I really appreciate you for coming. I appreciate you for just looking and thinking about doing something for yourself. Please join us at any workshop you would like to. Feel free to email us anytime you want. Have a great day. Anything else, Marty, you want to add to it?
I just want to thank everyone again for joining us. I am a huge fan of the Women's Employment Network, so I am actually absolutely thrilled to have Kim here with us today to tell us about the program. This program is being recorded, and we will post it on our website so that other people can find out about just how fabulous WEN is. Um, I wanted to let you know that our next career and finance program is entitled How to Adjust Your Finances for Retirement and Living. Pro bono financial advisor and retired business executive Emerson Hartzler will discuss key decisions before and during retirement that will impact your retirement investments and spending. And this program will take place on Thursday, February 24th from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. Also, visit jocolibrary.org to discover more upcoming events, and be sure to follow the library's Facebook page at facebook.com/jocolibrary to receive notifications for additional live online Johnson County Library programming for all ages. Thanks again.
Thank you. I did see somebody asked about part-time employment. Some
Oh,
of the
okay, yeah.
employers that we get do have part-time job openings. So if you send us an email saying, you know, I'm looking for part-time, this is my resume, we'll make sure that we send you opportunities for part-time employers. Some of the companies that are coming to our February job fair possibly have some part-time employment as well. So we know that not everybody wants to have that 8 to 5. So we're not going to push you into working full-time when part-time or 3/4 time works better for you in your life. So yeah, there are ways to work part-time as well.
Fabulous.
Some do have remote work, Natalie. Yes.
Okay. Any more questions? Okay. Well, Kim, again, thanks.
You're so welcome. Thank you for having me.
What a great program you all have. And we'll be in touch.
All right.
Take care.
Everybody, have a great day. Bye-bye.
Yes. Bye-bye.